In today's YouTube video, I'm going to be showing you 5 massive problems that silver players do and how exactly to fix them. A lot of players are stuck in silver right now and they have been for a very long time, but today I'm going to be helping you get out of it, so if it does, be sure to drop a like on the video and also subscribe for more tips and tricks videos like this. Now the first mistake is that you don't check enough corners. You simply don't do it, and this problem goes from about silver all the way up to plat, maybe even immortal. Now the reason why it's done in silver is because people are new to the game, people don't understand the benefit of checking corners, and the reason why it's done in plat or immortal is because A, they got boosted there, shouldn't actually be in that rank, or B, they actually end up just egoing the teammates or the enemies that they're going to be facing, thinking they won't campaign corners, I don't need to check corners because I am an immortal player, which is the most basic fundamental of the game that you need all the way up into the ranks no matter what. So you have to check corners. To expand on it with a little bit more information, you need to be good at clearing angles efficiently and quickly, which means you should get it done so it's sufficient enough that the corner is actually clear, and you should be quick doing it too. It'll allow you to get into places a lot quicker. Make sure you're not dying to anyone in the corner, because in silver, everyone is going to be camping in the corner, so get ready for it. Next problem is not communicating. The amount of people in silver who are toxic when they are communicating or simply don't use their mic at all is ridiculous. Now I get it, some of you may be not communicating because people are toxic, just mute them and move on and carry on. The second something toxic comes out of someone's mouth, you can literally go ahead and mute them. I don't get why people don't do it enough, but yeah, you want to be communicating. If you're not communicating with your team, then you are putting yourself at a little bit of a disadvantage. It's not essential to getting out of silver, but it definitely is a problem, and it can benefit you if you do communicate, because you might end up finding some teammates for when you get out and get into gold. The next biggest problem is not playing enough of the game. A lot of people in silver are stuck there simply because they don't have the experience of the game. But the main one that I have found is they haven't played enough to actually get out the rank. What happens in silver is it's pretty much elo hell. There's an endless loop until eventually it'll break. So keep on playing until it breaks. At least that's what I did. I knew I was a good enough player for gold. However, I was still stuck in silver. What I did, I just played more of the game, and eventually I got boosted up. And when I say boosted, I mean it promoted me to gold. You don't want to be paying for boosting services over here. My best advice to you, if you are simply not able to play enough of the game because you have other things going on in life, if you actually have a life, unlike me, you will want to be focusing your time on practicing. Practice, practice, practice. If you're not doing it already, make sure you are going to be, and if you are, make sure you do more of it if you have less time, because practicing is going to be very beneficial. So if you are going into a ranked game, you don't want to go into it with the mindset of, I'm just playing here to have fun. You may be, and that's perfectly fine, but if you want to actually improve, you go with the mindset of, okay, I was practicing this technique earlier in a custom game, I want to try and use it and see how it works out in ranked today. You want to have a goal of what you're doing, whether you want to work on your game sense, your aim, and notice what happens and look at it. Very, coming into the game and analyzing what you do wrong, what you do right, and it'll be mainly centered around one technique that you have been practicing. So keep this in mind when you're going into your game, and it will help you improve. The next problem is overcomplicating things. This is the biggest problem by far. So this is the fourth one, and it is the biggest out of all of them in my opinion. You overcomplicate things, you do too much, when realistically, take a step back, look at yourself, you're in silver. What does it mean when I say you're in silver? You don't need to go ahead and do these crazy strats. Which, for example, when someone calls out in your team, okay guys, we're going to go to A, and then we're going to rotate back to B, and then we're going to go through mid, and then we're going to triple flank around A, and then go back to B, and then quadruple double flank, and then go back to mid. Stop doing this. Here's a way to not overcomplicate it. Go into A, kill them, and take site. Now for those of you who do like to complicate things, I'll make it just a little bit more complicated for you and break it down a bit further. Move in as a full 5-man and rush onto A. Then they will either rotate or die. Then you take the site, plant the bomb, and then you go ahead and hide, wait for them to peek out and come onto the site, and then you all peek together and take them out. However, going from A to B as a rotate is still useful. Don't get me wrong, you just don't want to overcomplicate it too much, especially in silver. You won't need a lot of these crazy strategies that Radiant players do and Radiant YouTube guides do. The fifth tip is to stop watching guides and go and play the game. Of course, you're watching a guide right now, fantastic. Now this is your guide to get out of silver. So stop watching it and go ahead and play the game and get out. Too many of you spend too much time consuming different content, watching Twitch streamers to get better at the game. It's fantastic, don't get me wrong, but a lot of it just does come down to you actually getting better and playing yourself. Don't spend too much time doing the theory and actually get into the game and get a feel of it. And my YouTube views just plummeted to 0. Thank you for watching. Be sure to drop a like on the video and subscribe if it did help you out. Click on the video on your screen right now because it is going to be showing you how to find your sensitivity in Valorant. And also, I stream on Twitch, link down below.